here in my hand what's said to be the world's best Hall effect switch, the Geon Raw HEs. So today we're going to figure out if these ultimately live up to the hype and if they should be your next upgrade for your Hall effect keyboard. Now the pricing comes in at 48 cents a switch and they come in sets of 18, so you're going to need about 5 bags to fill out an entire Wooting 80HE and about 4 bags for a 60% keyboard. So these come in 3 different weights, a 40, 50, and 60 gram weight. I have here with me the 50 gram weight bottom out. I want to go for something in the middle myself, and I heard that these were a great middle ground, but obviously if you want lighter or you want a heavier switch, you do have the options for you. Now the housing is polycarbonate and the bottom housing is nylon and the stem is palm. This is exactly the same as a lacquer switch, but there are some differences. If you look at the bottom of the switches, you'll see there is a difference between these and the lacquer switches, as the bottom of the lacquer switches have a huge opening for the magnet to interact with the PCB, whereas on the Geon Raws they have a smaller opening, so you get more of that clack sound because it's hitting something solid versus nothing at all. And then there's a little bit of an opening so that it doesn't interfere with the performance of the keyboard, which I really like. Tolerances on the switch are what dreams are made of. There's little to no wobble on them, which will eliminate a lot of unwanted sound and give a better feel underneath your fingers. The total travel distance is 3.4 millimeters, which is less than 4 millimeters on the Lecker V2s and also slightly less than the J Pros, which comes in at 3.5 millimeters. So when you're in the settings, just remember you can only go up to 3.4 millimeter. Now these already come pre-lubed and it actually feels really good. They did a really nice job on these. In the sound test, I'll show you what it sounds like with just the pre-lube and then with the Crytox 205 grade 0 lube on there as well. You also notice on the switch that they have this little piece of clear plastic to diffuse the RGB lighting more. So it's not gonna be as bright, but it will be more evenly spread out. Overall, I'm really impressed with the overall construction of the Geon Raws. Next up, we got everybody's favorite portion of a review, which is the sound test. So we're going to compare it versus the Lecker V2s and also the Jade Pros and see how it fares, and we're going to compare them and we're going to meet back here. Alright, so let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Which one was your favorite switch of the 3? Now, when I compared all 3 switches between the Lecker V2s, the Geon Raws, and the Jade Pros, the Lecker V2s, I felt they were a lot more mute than the other ones. The Jade Pros, again, give that nice high-pitched clack, and the Geon Raws fall right in the middle of the two. It's like I was going up and clacking this as I went to the right. Now, when I lubed the Geon Raws with Crytox 205 grade 0 lube, it made them feel like the Lecker V2s. It took away a lot of the magic of the switch. And honestly, I just wasn't a fan of that. Now, I actually found that I prefer the unlubed Geon Raws over the lubed myself. They feel a lot quicker and the clack is nice and satisfying and gives the switch some actual character, where when you lube it, it actually kind of strips away the magic of the switch. So if I were to get these, I would definitely keep them stock. I will say when you are gaming, you definitely feel the bottom out a lot more with that closed bottom. It rattles your fingers a little bit if you're not used to it, and it takes some time to get used to compared to like a Lecker switch. But overall, once I got used to it, they felt great. I see why these switches are so hyped, because right out of the box, you can just throw these in your keyboard and it'll change up the sound and feel immensely. I'm usually a Thocky guy, but boy, these Geon Raws clack just right. I prefer these over the J Pros and the Lecker V2s personally, and moving forward, I will be using these for my Wooting 80HE personally. So did they live up to the hype? absolutely, and I 100% recommend these to anyone looking for a new Switch to liven up their Hall effect keyboard. The construction's on point, the sound, the feel, everything about the Geon Raws I really enjoyed. Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, I have some other content right here that you can check out. It has been your boy BT. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.